G'day viewers, this is Troy from Troy's Digital Arts channel. I've been doing a lot more work on the circuitry for the speed and sync control of my NBTV camera. Yeah, I actually realised I actually did need to make a video sync and mixer circuit, which I got, which was given to me by my contact. I've transcribed it to paper and have made the circuit. I had to also, because I was using a smaller board, I had to also try and compact it down into tightly onto the board so all the components are pretty much all close together. Anyway, yeah, all the circuitry's still not quite complete yet. Still some components I need to add, particularly to this board here. That's about the most incomplete of all the boards, and that one's pretty well complete and that one's complete. But anyway, yeah, I'm still yet to just work out what I'm going to do with the high power transistor, MOSFET transistor that's going to be controlling the speed of my relay control car motor here. So yeah, because it will heat up, I'm going to have to mount it on a rather big heat sink, and with this LM317 circuit, which is the other part of the voltage regulation for the motor, I'm going to have to make a high current circuit to drive the motor, and I've just got to figure out what I'm going to decide to use. I've got it down on paper. Yeah, as mentioned in the previous video, I've tried that circuit. It works, but unfortunately I kept blowing the transistor. By the way, it wasn't a BUZ71 I was using, because that's a MOSFET. I had to use a bipolar junction transistor, which was a TIP31. And yeah, I've blown a couple of them because I didn't heat sink them. But yeah, when I put a heat sink on them, I tend to wonder if they'll still blow or not, because I'll be driving this motor with about 2.67 amps. But anyway, yeah, I'll probably be using this circuit, or perhaps a circuit below, depending. And yeah, I'll be using either one big heatsink or a couple of reasonably sized heat sinks to dissipate the heat to the MOSFET and the high-powered BJT transistor. So I've got to work out, what I'm going to use. I'll probably obviously mount them off board onto a big heatsink, and of course I've got to work out how I'm going to mount that motor. So yeah, I'm just going to do a bit of thinking there. Perhaps maybe I can put most of the circuitry on the bottom of that board here, so a bit of space left over. Now, getting back to the boards, so yeah, this is our video sync mixer circuit, as seen on paper. That's the circuit. It's powered from 10 volts, which I had to use a LM317 chip regulator to make the voltages. I do not have any 7810 regulators. I think there might be 7810 regulators around, I'm not sure. I know there's 9 volts and 15 volts and 12 volts and 5 volts, but not sure about 10 volts. But anyway, so I derived about a bit over 10 volts from LM317, which is a variable voltage regulator used in conjunction with some resistors and capacitors. So yeah, I just worked out the resistors to use, and when I power it up, I get about 10.26 volts, which is pretty much what I need, which is good. Anyway, so that board's pretty well complete. Part of the board, resistor and the capacitor is placed onto this board here, as I felt it was a bit more convenient, as I did not have room to put on there. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why I've got 3 capacitors in parallel, it's because I foolishly didn't buy any 33 microfarad electrolytic caps from J-Car, and I had to bloody make up about, yeah, roughly 30 microfarads by placing 3 in parallel. Anyway, now yeah, what's to say next? Yeah, this power supply here, we're using 5 volts and 12 volts, so I put a regulator for 5 volts and regulator for 12 volts. It's actually the other way around, 5 volts, 12 volts. The 5 volts will be powering the 400 Hertz crystal clock, which is around here, and the 12 volts will be powering the rest of the circuitry, the 555 timer, the 4046, and the other pieces of circuitry. And the 5 volts will also be powering the encoder disk circuit, which will pick up the sync pulses from the spinning sync wheel. Anyway, this is a work in progress. I'm going to keep at it, and hopefully I'll get it done by the next video and have it up ready for testing. So yeah, stay tuned. This is Troy from Troy's Visual Arts channel, signing out.